Here in Johnson County, there are more than 3,000 people with warrants out for their arrest, just a fraction of the 53,000 in Iowa as a whole. I'm here on the University of Iowa campus, and you can see that most students are in class right now, but they might soon be paying more for those classes under a proposed 5 or 6% tuition increase. It's 11 a.m. Friday, and these men have a mission. Rebecca Neal and Robert Falcon have been fugitives for a decade. Today, deputies are optimistic they'll finally be able to catch them.
They've been calling us, giving us places, so this is one of them. She said with Debbie Bono and Mark Painter. You familiar with them?
This case isn't unique. Washington County, Pennsylvania has almost 5,000 outstanding warrants, so many that the Sheriff's Department has an entire warrant squad, 6 deputies devoted exclusively to tracking down fugitives.
They think they can get away with it, but, you know, sooner or later we track them down.
But it's a daunting task. They go from one house to the next. Each location leads them one step closer, but never quite to their target. It's not that the crimes are big. She owes $3,000 in court costs and restitution. He failed to appear for a couple court hearings. But for this department, it's about the message that it sends.
And rampant, they'd never show up. No one would be brought to justice.
They didn't catch Neal or Falcon that day, but they ended up with another address to try. Regina Zilbermints, DI-TV. It looks like a rock concert, but this is the Salt Company Student Religious Group, and a lot has happened to it over the last year. When 30 students and 15 families packed their bags to move from Ames to Iowa City to plant a church, they didn't know how Iowa City would greet them. They know now.
I kind of thought it was just going to be like we'd show up and like we'd have like 10 people in the back of the dive bar and they'd all be really awkward about it, and then we'd have to, I don't know, I just, you go into it and you never know what it's going to look like, and you know, you pray for it and hope for the best, and then we got here and it's just been phenomenal.
I think Christ has really just used it. I mean, to His glory. Like, you know, we aren't the smartest, most educated people with, you know, with amazing things to say and amazing multi-million-dollar productions. You know, we just try and do what we can to the best of our ability, and that God would use it. And it seems like He has been so far. And, yeah.
It's been growing all the time. People find out about it all the time. It's really awesome.
I think it's gone great. I think, I mean, Iowa City feels like home now. Like,
In Ames, the Salt Company draws more than 700 people to their meetings. Here in Iowa City, members say they're thrilled with the 150 they're seeing every week. But next year, they hope to expand even more by moving here to the Englert Theater. Regina Zilbermints, Daily Iowan TV. Liz Mim isn't really an attorney.
What did you do with this information?
Melissa Osman hasn't treated a child for poisoning.
Well, in emergency situations where poisoning is suspected, physicians will call me in to act as a kind of consult.
And Vince Geis has never delivered a statement to a real
Because he
jury.
was left alone, Happy Land Toy Company is not responsible for the undeniably tragic death of Joey Davis.
But for 9 months out of the year, they pretend to do just that.
He's dead.
And they do it better than almost anyone else in the nation. At their last practice before the national qualifiers, the University of Iowa mock trial team joked and ate pizza. But for this team, Qualifying for nationals is serious business. The program has a long history of making it and winning.
Of course, that's a selling point for us when we recruit, that we are such a highly ranked school and have had such success in the past, but I think it's more of a source of pride and something that we, a reputation we're really proud of than something that puts pressure on us.
In mock trial, students get a legal case and then divide up the rules for both attorneys and witnesses for both sides. They then go up against other teams from all over the country.
It's a story that started in March of 2009 with the conception of Princess Peach and ended in August of 2009 with Joey Davis's death.
And as they head to the competition this weekend, this team hopes that their story will end with yet another national title. Regina Zilbermints, Daily Iowan TV.